Let us now see the Japanese encephalitis. It's caused by organism. The question can be asked like etiology, transmission, and the reservoirs of Japanese encephalitis. So etiology is it is caused by Japanese encephalitis virus. It belongs from the family Flaviviridae, and we know under Flaviviridae we had what? The flavivirus. It's an RNA virus. Also, what was there? So Flaviviridae, smaller than Tocoviridae, they are single-stranded RNA. Flavi means yellow, so it causes yellow fever. There are two groups among this: mosquito bone and tick bone. The ones that are mosquito bone, they cause either dengue and the Japanese encephalitis, and the tick bone, they cause these things: Russian spring summer encephalitis complex and forest disease, Omsky hemorrhagic fever virus. And the mosquito bone, it causes dengue type 1 to 4 and yellow fever and Zika virus. And the mosquito bone, it causes this Japanese encephalitis West Nile virus and St. Louis encephalitis virus. All the species that are shown here. Then blood vessel attackers are the dengue, yellow fever, Zika. These are blood vessel attackers. And the brain attackers are these. So flavi, that means it's a flavorful and it likes brain and bleeding. Okay. So what we were talking about is that transmission from the Culex mosquito, mainly Culex triteneorhynchus. It's a mode by mosquito bite. Reservoirs are pigs, they are amplified host, water birds, they are natural reservoir, humans, dead end host. So it goes from water birds that are called as herons, they are the natural reservoirs. The mosquito comes and bites the natural reservoir, then it goes and bites the pig. Inside pig there is viral replication of flavivirus, and then the same mosquito that bit the pig, it again comes and bites humans, and humans are the dead end host. There is low viremia. The new mosquito, they can't come and pick up the virus, and hence there is no transmission, and it's called dead end host. Pathogenesis and clinical feature: virus enters via mosquito bite, then it goes to blood, viremia, causes blood brain, it crosses BBB and infects neurons, affects thalamus, basal ganglia, and brainstem. When it affects thalamus, it causes altered sensorium. When it affects basal ganglia, it causes seizures and the Parkinsonian features. And when it affects brainstem, that is what midbrain pons and medulla, then other features it will show. And there is also main symptom that the patient will come with fever and headache, altered sensorium, seizures, common in children, and Parkinsonian features. The lab diagnosis: serum CSF culture is taken, okay, because the virus is crossing the blood-brain barrier and it will further go to CSF. Then tests that are done are IgM, ELISA, MAC ELISA, that is most important, and RT-PCR. CSF, we can see lymphocytic pleocytosis. Then prevention is by vaccine inactivated or live attenuated, vector control, and avoid mosquito exposure. Now let us see what the book says about encephalitis, Japanese encephalitis. So yeah, reservoir are birds, vector is mosquito. Japanese encephalitis, it's very common in Asia, India. So mosquito bite, encephalitis, lab diagnosis, blood early phase, CSF. No, not this, sorry. This was in what? This was the other disease that we were talking about. Arbovirals होते हैं. This was very among normal, and talking about this specifically, कुठे आहे ते East Asia, India, Southeast Asia सगळीकडे आहे. जपानमध्ये पहिली केस 1935 मध्ये, नंतर टेम्परेट समर ऑटममध्ये असतं, ट्रॉपिकल एरियामध्ये नो स्ट्रिक्ट सीझन नसतो. मग फीवर, हेडेक, वॉमिटिंग होते. कारण वॉमिटिंग का होते? कारण की ब्रेन स्टेम अफेक्टेड आहे. आफ्टर 1-6 days ब्रेन इन्व्हॉल्वमेंट स्टार्ट्स, स्नेक रिजिडिटी, सीजर्स, ऑल्टर्ड सेन्सोरियम, कोमा. ओके, फेज 1 पहिलं आफ्टर रिव्हेन, नंतर लॅब डायग्नोसिस न्यूट्रोफिल लिम्फोसाइटोसिस, CSF मध्ये स्लाइटली शुगर इन्क्रीज नॉर्मल, माइल्ड प्रोटीन इन्क्रीज, मॉर्टॅलिटी अप टू 50% एपिडेमिक्स. नंतर हे वेगवेगळे व्हायरसेस आहेत फ्लॅविवायरसमध्ये. So flavivirus एशियामध्ये अफेक्ट करतात, बर्ड्स रिझर्वायर आहेत, आणि मेन जापनीज एन्सेफलायटिस आणि वेस्ट नाईल फीवर. तर जापनीज एन्सेफलायटिसची रिझर्वायर लेयर ऑन सिगरेट्स, एम्प्लिफायर बाय पिग्स का एम्प्लिफायर आहेत, त्याच्यामध्ये हाय वायरिंग होतो, त्याच्यामुळे ते जास्त मस्किटोजला इन्फेक्ट करू शकतात. क्युलेक्स मस्किटो वेक्टर असतो, ह्युमन्स डेड एंड. तर क्लिनिकल डेफिनेशन कशी होते या जापनीज एन्सेफलायटिसची? फीवर लेस दॅन 7 days असलं पाहिजे, विथ ऑल्टर्ड मेंटल स्टेटस आणि सीजर्स. मोस्ट इन्फेक्शन्स एसिम्प्टोमॅटिक असतात. वन सिम्प्टोमॅटिक इज टू 500 ते 1000 एसिम्प्टोमॅटिक केसेस. बट इफ सीएनएस इज इन्व्हॉल्व, हाय सिव्हिअर बनते, हाय मॉर्टॅलिटी, सर्वायवर्स असतात, त्यांना न्यूरोलॉजिकल सिक्वेल होते. इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्टमध्ये हा डिसीज खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहे, त्याच्यामुळे त्याला महत्त्व दिलं आहे. कॉमन स्टेट यूपी, बिहार, आसाम, तमिळनाडू, आंध्र. नंतर हाय कॅटलिस्ट टू पिग रेशिओ, तर मग मोर ट्रान्समिशन होतो. तर मग फायनली याला कसं जापनीज एन्सेफलायटिस लक्षात ठेवायचं? मस्किटो बाइट्स द बर्ड, virus multiplies, pigs amplifies the virus, then mosquito bites humans, virus enters blood, virus reaches brain, inflammation, seizures, coma. आणि antibiotic IgM confirmed by PCR control the mosquitoes. डॉट ओके असं. क्युलेक्स स्पीशीज त्यांनी आधी या वॉटर बर्ड ह्याच्याला चावलं, मग ह्याला चावलं, त्याच्यामध्ये ॲम्प्लिफिकेशन झालं, मग अजून मस्किटोज हे होत आहेत, मग नंतर हे ह्याला चावतं डेड एंड होस्ट. ठीक आहे. Vertical transmission mosquito to offspring, hence virus survive the seasons, and reintroduction, migrating birds, egret वगैरे migration होत असतो, मग ते virus आणतात. ठीक आहे. लॅब डायग्नोसिस IgM मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट, आपल्या 3 ते 8 days, लास्ट आफ्टर 90 days, IgG पेड सेरा. ओके, याच्यामध्ये पण असते पेड सेरा. 4 फोल्ड राईज कन्फर्म्स, म्हणजे 4 गुणा IgG वाढतं, दॅट कन्फर्म्स द इन्फेक्शन. क्रॉस रिएक्शन बिटवीन फ्लॅविवायरस आणि दुसऱ्या अल्फा व्हायरस होते, त्याची प्रॉब्लेमॅटिक असू शकते. अँटीजन डिटेक्शन लेस कॉमन आहे, इम्युनोफ्लोरेसन्स रिव्हर्स पॅसिव्ह हिमॅग्लुटिनेशन कल्चर इन द माइस ब्रेन इनोक्युलेशन. तर मग त्याच्या डोक्यामध्ये पॅरालिसिस होतं आणि डेथ होतं. सेल लाईन CPE PCR मॉडर्न गोल्ड स्टँडर्ड डेटा फाईल पाहिले. IgM चेक करायचं आणि 4 फोल्ड चेक करायचं कन्फर्मेटरी. कंट्रोल मस्किटो कंट्रोल, कीप पिग फार्म्स अवे फ्रॉम हाऊसेस आणि वॅक्सीन याचे 2 प्रकारचे, एक तर लाईव्ह अटेन्युएटेड आणि इनॅक्टिवेटेड कोलर स्ट्रेनमधून, आणि लाईव्ह अटेन्युएटेड वेरो सेल डिराइड 14 days apart, that is 2 weeks apart, 2 डोस दिले जातात त्याचे. SA 14 2. तर मग शेड्यूल 2 डोसेस बूस्टर आफ्टर 6 ते 12 months. हे बूस्टर का दिलं जातं? कारण की इम्युनिटी शॉर्ट असते. आणि नेक्स्ट आपल्याला पाहायचं आहे झिका व्हायरस. एकदा मी काय म्हणते की जापनीज एन्सेफलायटिस बद्दल अजून जर काहीतरी बघून घ्यावं. काय आलं, कुठे आलं? हां, प्रोफायलॅक्सिस म्हणजे कसं प्रिव्हेंशन करायचं. ट्रीटमेंट फॉर प्रिव्हेंशन. फॉर्मली इनॅक्टिवेटेड माउस ब्रेन वॅक्सीन युझिंग नाकायामा स्ट्रेन हॅज बीन सक्सेसफुली used for immunization in Japan and on small scale in India. 2 doses administered 2 weeks apart, followed by boosters 6 to 12 months later. Immunity produced is short-lived. Vaccines licensed in India for Japanese encephalitis 2 are inactivated, and these are recommended for children. Like a vaccine licensed in India, these are virocell culture derived, this and derived cola strain हे असे नाव आहेत काहीतरी, पण आपल्याला ChatGPT काय सांगितलं होतं, वॅक्सिन टाइप्स इन इंडिया आर SA1414 एवढंच लक्षात ठेव, लाईव्ह ॲटेन्युएटेड किंवा वेरोसेल डिराईव्ड. वेरोसेल कल्चर डिराईव्ड दिस आणि इनॅक्टिवेटेड वेरोसेल कल्चर डिराईव्ड कोलॅज स्ट्रेन इट इज इनॅक्टिवेटेड. ठीक आहे. आणि इकडं क्लिनिकल केस डेफिनेशन. कल्चर antigen detection in CSF, monoclonal antibody, monoclonal silver staining, MIGSS. What is that? नंतर Japanese encephalitis, the Indian setting काय की highest rates of human disease have been reported from these states आणि sporadic cases have been reported from different parts of country excepting these. याच्यामध्ये नाही आहे. Given its prevalence, the disease has become major public health problem. High cattle pig ratio in India has been suggested. Okay, virus continues to active in this, causing illness chiefly in children, indicating endemic nature of virus. Cases are reported throughout year, more so during the rainy season. Okay. Diagnosis largely serological, however isolation can be done from CSF or brain tissue of animals or vector for epidemiological purpose. Antibody detection. ओके, नंतर आता नेक्स्ट गोष्ट आपल्याला झिका व्हायरस बद्दल बघायची आहे. व्हॉट इज झिका व्हायरस? झिका व्हायस क्रिएट होतो पॉसिबिलिटी काय तो की एटियोलॉजी झिका व्हायरस फ्लॅविवेरिड व्हायरस विच इज मस्किटो बॉर्न कॉजिंग फीवर. मस्किटो बॉर्न व्हायरस कॉजिंग डेंगी फीवर. झिका व्हायरस हे फ्लॅविवेरिड मध्ये फ्लॅविवेरिड व्हायरस आहे. देन transmission by Aedes mosquito, Aedes aegypti, sexual transmission पण आहे transplacental. Then pathogenesis virus crosses the placenta, infects the fetal neural progenitor cell, and then causes fever, rash, conjunctivitis, arthralgia. Complication microcephaly, choto brain of the fetus, and Guillain-Barré syndrome. Okay. Lab diagnosis RT-PCR, IgM, ELISA. Prevention mosquito control, safe sex, avoid traveling, pregnancy. Okay. Then talking about the West Nile fever, it's etiology West Nile virus, Flaviviridae, RNA virus, transmission, Culex mosquito, birds, otherwise human dead and host. Pathogenesis virus replicates viremia, neuroinvasion, spinal cord, brain stem, can cause acute flaccid paralysis. Okay, this is important. Acute flaccid paralysis by West Nile fever. Then IgM, serum, CSF, PCR, CSF lymphocytes treatment supportive आहे आणि mosquito control, personal protection. Rash येते बघ. West Nile virus असा व्हायला cause करेल. Okay, विषय आहे आणि इथे काय दिलं आहे, spinal cord lesion cause झालं. Acute flaccid myelitis caused by West Nile virus. Clinical mostly asymptomatic 80%, fever, rash, maculopapular, encephalitis, meningitis, and acute flaccid paralysis, polio-like. Okay, then let's talk about chikungunya. Chikungunya caused by clinical features of chikungunya are sudden high fever, severe joint pain, this is hallmark, joint swelling, rash, fatigue. Lab diagnosis serum is the specimen, test RT-PCR, IgM, ELISA. Virus isolation, transmission by Aedes aegypti, human mosquito human cycle, treatment supportive and for joint pain, prevention mosquito control, avoid the bites. And in chikungunya, etiology of chikungunya virus of the family Toga virus. We note in the tanga there was a homely chicken and genus is alpha, and it is structured virus, ecosydral virus, symmetry, single stranded positive sense RNA, vector Aedes aegypti is main, and yeah, chick bone pain virus, alpha virus, Aedes mosquito. Now let us see what the book says about chikungunya, and we will end the topic here. So patient lies doubled up due to severe joint pain, first isolated from human patients in Tanzania. Aedes aegypti, Aedes albopictus, mutation of chikungunya virus in, okay, this enabled the virus to eliminate its cholesterol dependent, this resulted in better viral uptake, replication, transmission. Okay, I don't know that. Albopictus, it has wider geographical distribution than Aegypti virus. No animal reservoir has been identified yet. Important. First appeared in India 1963 along with dengue. It was extensive epidemic in Kolkata, Chennai, other areas. Okay, subsequently chikungunya outbreaks occurred at regular intervals along east coast of India and Maharashtra in 1973. Then after 1973, it appeared in 2004-06. There was large outbreak that was in Andhra, Tamil, Kerala, Karnataka, Delhi, affecting nearly 1 million people. Its genotypes of the chikungunya virus, they are West African, East Central South African, Asian genotypes. Asian reasons for the emergence. This appears in epidemics after a gap of a decade or two. This is attributed to mutation of the virus and the wide distribution of the vector Aedes albopictus during inter-epidemic periods. Virus is thought to be maintained in the sylvatic cycle in non-human primates. Sylvatic, that is wild. Clinical features: sudden onset of fever, which is typically biphasic with periods of remission of 1 to 6 days. There is crippling joint pain, especially in ankles, wrist. Joint involvement is bilateral and symmetric. Migratory polyarthritis is also seen in some individuals. Lymphadenopathy and conjunctivitis. Few patients have leukopenia with elevated aspartate aminotransferase. A positive CRP may be seen in some patients. Maculopapular rash may be seen. Appearance of rash often coincides with defervescence. Hemorrhagic manifestations are rare. Recovery takes weeks. Some older patients experience joint pain, stiffness for several years. Persistence may be HLA-B27 individuals. And then clinically chikungunya cannot be differentiated from uncomplicated dengue. Then lab diagnosis, clinical criteria: patient presents with acute onset of fever, severe arthralgia, arthritis with or without skin rash and history of residence in an epidemic area or having been in and subsequently having left an epidemic area within 15 days before onset of symptoms. That is important. Lab criteria is virus-specific IgM antibodies in single serum sample collected in acute or convalescent stage, or 4-fold increase in IgG values in samples collected at least 3 weeks apart by ELISA or other immunoassays confirms chikungunya virus. Virus isolation or presence of viral DNA is detected by reverse RT-PCR and antigen detection kits based on ELISA, immunochromatographic test, and IFA, that is immunofluorescence assay, are also available. Treatment: no support, no as such treatment for this, but supportive management and physiotherapy for relief of joint pains are the only option. No vaccine to prevent the thing. And lab criteria we saw: virus isolation, presence by RT-PCR, then IgM antibodies, IgG values, 4-fold increase. Epidemiological criteria: residing or having visited epidemic area. Then acute onset greater than this, severe arthralgia not explained by the medical condition. Then what are these? Onyong virus and Seminichi virus, Forest virus, and Sindris virus disease. These cause fever with arthritis. Then antibodies to these viruses have been detected in some human sera in India.